Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 1, Episode 3, The Southern Air Temple. What happened last time?
Last time, epic fight on the Fire Nation ship and Aang got away, and now they are going to the North Pole to find another waterbender, but Aang has insisted that they stop to, see all these different creatures and harass them.
Yeah, and I love how he's pointing to like each side of them.
Yeah.
Like, over here are these, and over here are these, over here are these.
It's like, maybe we can catch like one of those on the way up, like on the way.
Well, we shall see what we get up to this episode. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Check out Patreon to get uncut reactions as well as ahead. You can get edited reactions early. You can get uncut reactions even earlier, like way farther ahead than even the edited reactions, and a bunch of other stuff. You can also get ahead on our One Piece reactions, or you can just check out our One Piece channel, which is also linked in the description, where we watch One Piece and do podcasts and discussions about One Piece, and we're making our way through that as well. So maybe if you like this, you might like that, or you might like other stuff on our channel, or you might just want to sit back and enjoy this reaction. Once again, I forgot to mention it last time, but I've seen all of Avatar and Korra, etc. Lindsay has not seen pretty much anything except for the movie when she was
I'm debating if I even actually watched it or not at this point, because all I remembered was like a brief scene of them like in the ice place, but like just with the girl. I don't think Aang even showed up, so I'm debating whether or not I like put it on and then turned it off or something, because none of the rest of it is familiar at all, but I don't know.
Well, we'll see what else strikes that memory of hers, that iron trap of a memory that she has. In this episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender, leave a like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Patreon.com/BOLDcast. Let's go. Water. Water. An airbender named Aang. I've seen this so many times. I rewatched this show a number of times as well. Like, I didn't just watch it, I like on loop maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 times. And reactions as well. Normie's reactions are awesome. I'm sure everybody knows. Ooh, out of the Arctic.
Wait till you see it, Katara. Air Temple is one of the most beautiful places in the world. It's been 100 years since you've been home. That's why I'm so excited. It's just that a lot can change, but I need to see it for myself.
Munching.
Wake up, Sokka.
Sleep now. Temple later.
Sleep on Appa's back.
That's what I'd be doing.
Sokka.
I'd be afraid to roll off. That would suck.
Your sleeping bag. Ah! Get it off! Get it off!
Whoa! Ooh, tiny ship.
Oh.
Their ship is small.
We don't want to stay too long and risk losing his trail.
You mean the Avatar?
Don't mention his name on these docks. Every fireman will be out looking for him.
Of what? Prince Zuko
Captain Zhao.
and General Iroh, great hero of our nation. Retired. What brings you to my harbor? Our ship is being repaired.
Pretty
That's
rough.
quite a bit of damage.
Uncle, tell Commander Zhao what happened.
Yes, I will do that. It was incredible. Crash or something?
Yes. Right into an Earth Kingdom ship.
Really?
Earth Kingdom.
You must regale me with all the thrilling details.
Voice acting's so good.
Sorry, but we have to go.
Sorry, I can't drink. I'm a child.
He's also a prince.
Do you have any ginseng tea? It's my favorite.
Oh, look at him go.
And see what you said about the emotions, like you got kind of angry there and just puffed out.
Stomach, be quiet, alright? I'm trying to find us some food.
In the sky.
Who ate all my blubbered seal jerky?
Oh, that was food? I used it to start the campfire last night.
Probably,
No wonder the flame smelled so good.
it's probably his favorite snack from back home because that's all they could eat.
Before we get to the temple, I want to talk to you about the Airbender. I just want you to be prepared for what you might see. The Fire Nation is ruthless.
Just because no one has seen an airbender doesn't mean the Fire Nation killed them all. They probably escaped. The only way to get to an airbender temple is on a flying bison. Right, Appa?
I mean, it would be nice if everyone was there. Oh, his legs are like...
Oh yeah. Look at how beautiful.
It's amazing.
We're home.
And by year's end, the Earth Kingdom capital will be under our rule. The Fire Lord will finally claim victory.
If my father thinks the rest of the world will follow him willingly, then he is a fool.
2 years at sea have done little to temper your tongue.
2 years at sea.
How's your search for the Avatar?
Yeah.
No wonder he's so annoying.
My fault. We hadn't found it.
I always love
Avatar
that.
died 100 years ago, along with the rest of the Airbenders. Unless you found some evidence that the Avatar is alive.
No.
The Avatar is the only one who can stop the Fire Nation. You have an ounce of loyalty left. You'll tell me what you found.
The Avatar probably died a long time ago. Come on, Uncle. We're going.
Commander Zhao, we interrogated the crew as you instructed. Prince Zuko had the Avatar in custody, but let him escape.
Remind me, how exactly
It's a big oversight.
damaged?
Ouch.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Political enemies.
So that's where my friends and I would play airball. And over there is where the bison would sleep. This place used to be full of monks and lemurs and bison. Now there's just a bunch of weeds.
So, this airball game, how do you play?
Seems a bit dangerous for people who can't.
Airbend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And 7, sokka 0.
Making him feel better is putting me in a world of hurt.
Oh.
Fire Nation.
We should tell him.
There's something you need to see.
Oh no.
Okay. What is it?
Just a new waterbending move I learned.
Nice one. But enough practicing. We have a whole temple to see.
Can't protect him forever.
It's so creepy. Everything's just all empty.
Can't pretend they weren't.
If he finds out that the Fire Nation invaded his home, he'll be devastated.
Who's that?
Monkey Apso, the greatest airbender in the world. He taught me everything I know.
But the true secret is in the gooey center. My ancient cake-making technique.
This whole avatar thing. Maybe the monks made a mistake.
Can't concern ourselves with what was. We must act on what is.
Look at the baby.
Monkey Apso,
Multiple.
how do I know if I'm ready for this?
Will be answered when you're old enough to enter the Air Temple Sanctuary. Someone who will guide you on your journey.
Who is it?
He will reveal himself to you. Now, you going to help me with these cakes or not? 1, 2, 3. Your aim has improved.
You must miss him.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
The Air Temple Sanctuary.
But Aang, no one could have survived in there for 100 years.
I survived in the iceberg for that long.
Good point.
Katara.
It's a very good
whoever's
point.
in there might help me figure out this avatar thing.
Whoever's in there might have a medley of delicious cured meats.
The key, Sokka, is airbending.
This is pretty cool.
Ooh. That's cool.
Isn't that sick? All the CG assets this episode are good, like the ball golds and stuff like that in the door.
So a 12-year-old boy bested you and your firebenders.
I underestimated him once, but it will not happen again.
No, it will not, because you won't have a second chance.
Commander
I like that
Zhao,
teapot.
I've been hunting the Avatar for 2 years and I have failed.
He's mine now.
You didn't even believe he was alive.
Here.
More tea, please.
Kicks over the T. Last time we saw him as a captain, now he's a commander. 2 years, that's a big jump. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's
Freaky.
it?
Who are all these people?
It feels like I know them somehow. Look, that one's an airbender.
And this one's a waterbender. Air, water, earth, and fire.
That's the avatar cycle.
These people are your past lives, Aang.
Wow.
Past lives.
Katara, you really believe in that stuff?
When the Avatar dies, he's reincarnated into the next nation in the cycle. Aang, snap out of it. Who is that?
That's Avatar Roku, the avatar before me.
You were a firebender? No wonder I didn't trust you when we first met.
Write it. How do you know his name?
I'm not sure.
You just couldn't get any weirder.
It's one of those little guys.
Nobody make a sound.
You're making a sound?
Oh, they make it look way freakier there. Looks like Stitch.
I love that music.
Don't
Okay, Luffy.
What?
That's like a bat, too.
My search party is ready. Once I'm out to sea, my guards will escort you back to your ship, free to go.
Why? Are you worried I'm going to try and stop you?
Impossible.
Don't underestimate me, Zhao. I will capture the Avatar before you.
Prince Zuko.
I have hundreds of warships under my command. And you're just a banished prince. No allies.
Banished.
Your own father doesn't even want you.
Once I deliver the Avatar to my father, he will welcome me home with honor.
That's why he's so obsessed with it.
If your father really wanted you home, would have let you return by now. Avatar or no avatar. But in his eyes, you are a failure. You have the scar to prove it.
Oh, maybe you'd like one to match.
Is that a challenge?
An Agni Kai at sunset.
Very well. It's a shame your father won't be here to watch me humiliate you. Guess what
Wow.
we'll do?
Have you forgotten what happened last time you dueled the master?
I will never forget.
Crazy backstory.
And then there's just this.
This episode is so good.
That hungry guy won't bother you anymore.
Oh no.
Firebenders? Gyatso.
Hey, Aang, you find my dinner yet? Aang, I wasn't really gonna eat the lemur, okay? Oh, man. Come on, Aang. Everything will be alright. Let's get out of here.
Whoa.
Send word to the Fire Lord immediately. The Avatar has returned.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
He found out Firebender killed Gyatso. No, it's his avatars. He must have triggered it. I'm gonna try and calm him down.
Just the sound of how
Yeah.
fast the wind is picking up, like, oh boy, Agni Kai.
Remember your firebending basics, Prince Zuko.
Refuse to let him win.
Remember your basics, because you only know the basics.
Be over quickly.
Badass. Oh, I got goosebumps just from the music. Yeah, look at like just the movements and like everything.
All the different angles and stuff.
Yeah. It's so epic.
Do it! Your father raised a coward.
Next time you get in my way, I promise won't hold back.
I just burned his hair off.
He's already losing it.
Wow.
Right? The sucker punch.
Wow.
Ooh. He's quick.
Oh, Prince Zuko.
Could you imagine that?
Your victory.
What an asshole.
The great Commander Zhao acts in defeat disgraceful. Even in exile, my nephew is more honorable than you. Thanks again for the tea. It was delicious.
Giga Chad move. Disgraceful. And thank
Yeah.
you for your hospitality. Oh, so sick. Oh my god.
I know you're upset. I know how hard it is to lose the people you love. I went through the same thing when I lost my mom. Gyatso and the other airbenders made me gone. But you still have a family. Sokka and I, we're your family now.
Katara and I aren't gonna let anything happen to you.
Maybe I'll just cry.
It wasn't your fault, but You were right. And if firebenders found this temple, that means they found the other ones too. We am the last airbender.
That sanctum is so cool.
Everything's packed.
Or the sanctuary.
Who's supposed to help me if I can't talk to him?
Maybe you'll find a way.
Some food.
Give him some food.
Very nice.
New friend, Sokka.
Can't talk. Must eat.
The monkey's like, I need to offer this so I don't get eaten. This is like a sacrifice.
Me?
Yeah, exactly.
What's left of this place? Have to stick together.
The three of them.
Sokka, say hello to the newest member of our family.
What are you gonna name it?
Momo.
Momo giveth and Momo taketh away. Give him the food until stole it.
Oh, that's such a good episode. Man, that episode is so good.
It's so sad. Look at that little guy.
Oh, man. What'd you think of that one?
It was just so sad when they're... Yeah.
I love this flashback, and you get to see what the temple was like at its prime.
And everyone's just like hanging out.
So happy.
I wonder, I mean, maybe I'm overthinking it a little bit, but it's like so nice and lush, and I'm wondering if it's because it was the winter, or if it was because it was full of airbenders and they were like keeping it nice,
like maintaining
with their
it.
like making it a nice hospitable place, because even in the summer, if you're at a certain elevation, it's gonna be cold, you know. So I wonder if that's a factor, or it was just that this was in the summer.
I'm sure there is like some math you could do. Like there's I think that like the seasons are pretty well like established in as far as like timeline wise. I don't know. Maybe people who are really into it might know something like that. But I think it's also just a visual thing to illustrate how much nicer it was and before everything was. But you probably there maybe is something like that, like a headcanon.
I just feel like it would be cool if they were like manipulating the air to keep it warm.
Yeah.
Just kind of passively. To make like a nice place to live, you know?
I don't think they can manipulate heat. I don't think. I think they can only move air. I don't think, because like that would be going into firebending, as if you were manipulating like hot air. But maybe, but or like if they're airbenders, they could like manipulate the wind and carry like pollen or whatever to make everything all lush and beautiful and like cross pollinate.
Or like if you can manipulate a warm air current from somewhere to come there and like put a cold one to go elsewhere.
They can push away the clouds so the sun shines down on them.
Either way, really beautiful. I love this guy just like, oh, look at these cakes, and then they just throw them at those guys. That was funny.
And apparently they made a mistake. They told him before he was 16.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to know, and then now they went into the. I love the door. The door is always
the door
cool.
is really, really cool.
And they went in. There's all the previous avatars,
which are apparently they're all reincarnations, which is really cool. And it's also cool how it like goes in a cycle, and it makes sense because the avatar is supposedly like this very powerful person who like kept balance to everything. Because all I could think is just like, if you wanted the avatar to be like in your thing and you just killed, like it's like, oh, we're up next, but they just had like this new baby that's the new avatar. And then you just kill it so that it can go to you.
The next one. You have to kill a few babies.
Yeah.
In order for it to come back to you.
Yeah.
But you can see all the airbenders. They all have the tattoos. Which is kind of cool.
It would be interesting.
Air, water, earth, and then fire. It'd be interesting what?
It'd be interesting to if you could, the styles of that kind of like changed over the years. You know, if you went back to the super previous ones, what they would be wearing and how that would differ.
Right.
Just a thought about that, because this spans like hundreds, if not thousands, of years. Of people. And
there's Avatar Roku, and nobody even told him that. But
he
he just knows
knew
it's
that.
Avatar Roku. Who was the previous Avatar as a firebender. And it's a kind of a joke how Sokka says like, oh, so you were a firebender. That's probably why I didn't trust you. as a joke, but it's also like kind of real, like it's kind of true. So because you didn't trust him right away, and he was like it's 100% true. Both things.
This whole part was kind of crazy. Over in the fire place, because it's just like, what was it? Commander
Zhao.
guy.
Commander Zhao.
He's just it's I feel like his character is a really interesting mix of a few things, because you just kind of immediately hate him. But in some points he is right, why are we trusting a teenager who kind of messed it up to go out and do it again and potentially mess it up again when you couldn't catch a 12-year-old child the first time? Why would I ever believe that you could do that again? But then there's also, he's just unnecessarily cruel and clearly very petty and underhanded. He gets defeated and then tries to
sucker punch him basically with a fireball.
He's clearly immature himself.
Yeah.
And just mean. He's just mean.
He's not good. Not a good guy, that Zhao.
And but then we find out what's his name?
Zuko? Prince Zuko.
Got basically banished.
Yeah, exiled.
And his nice uncle has been looking after him, but he's been on a boat for 2 years trying to redeem himself by finding the Avatar. And I was wondering, because in the first episode he was like, his uncle's like, well, no one's found him. Your father and your grandfather, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, well, none of them... None of their honor hinged on... And I was thinking, well, that doesn't really make any sense if everyone thinks that he's dead anyway, or if they didn't find him, why is it all of a sudden up to you to find him? But that makes a lot of sense if it's like, that's the only thing that could redeem him. But I feel like even that probably wouldn't redeem him, like the commander guy was saying. It's like, well, if he hasn't invited you back now...
If your dad really cared about
he doesn't want you back regardless, so why bother? Which is sad, but also probably true, that, even if he brought back the Avatar, would it really mean very much? Really interesting. Interesting as well how his uncle is just super nice and super chill, and obviously very powerful. He's really fast, was able to just like...
You went like across the whole... area.
And then he's just like, yeah, you suck, we're leaving, see ya.
Very distinguished as well. And he's retired general.
Yeah, I really like that.
So he would outrank, like he would be at the top basically of military rank, and he's the king's brother. The Fire Lord's brother. It's
also really cool, and just sort of their relationship, how he is clearly handling Zuko with like a lot of care and just kind of letting him have his angsty teenager phase, but trying to guide him along in like a healthier direction, but not dismissing his feelings, and he's trying to kind of hype him up in a good way, like how he says, oh well, the banished prince is more what's the word, like
honorable.
Yeah, more honorable than you. And then they leave, and he's like, oh, did you really mean that? And it's like, yeah. So it's just kind of nice. And he's trying to get him to train the basics, and he's really rooting for him. But you can tell that he doesn't, necessarily agree with the harshness and this like rage and anger that is kind of driving him. Because he's just very nice. Obviously, he's probably done some messed up stuff. I don't know if he was a commander back when they were waging war on everyone. Like, that's not very good. But so far from what we've seen of him, he seems like he doesn't necessarily enjoy fighting in a way. He doesn't seem to want to partake in unnecessary violence.
Right.
Because he didn't come down when Zuko was going into that village. He wasn't there. He was doing his own thing. He wasn't like coming in as backup and like, oh, I'm gonna, because given his demonstration right here, he probably could have caught Aang potentially. If he's training Zuko and knows way better than him. I don't know. Just kind of rambling on about him a little bit. A
lot of interesting stuff. I just don't want to give too much.
I know
away
it's been. I feel like it's been a while.
It's been
since
a long
we've
time
watched
since we had one of these things where it's a long series. There's a lot to get into, and you're.
And I'm talking, and yeah, because it's for a while it was Naruto, so I was like really used to it, and then we had Hunter x Hunter, but it's been a while even since that.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm just like, we're so used to just like both back and forth, and now it's just like.
I know you
can't help me.
I'm putting on my DM face right now, where I just like.
Yes.
Yo, you think so? Yeah. Well.
I'm really liking the show so far.
I'm so happy. Next episode, I think, is another banger. It's just, I think this first like
all
run
bangers.
of episodes. Yeah, the whole show is good. There's a couple stinkers like here and there, but generally speaking, like I think this first run of episodes is like really strong. And like there's a pockets of it where it's just like where it has these really high highs, but like I really personally enjoy like these intro episodes because it has that kind of thing. Not that it's like it's definitely not as inconsistent as something like Naruto is, like as it goes along. It's just like, oh well, the way that we approach everything here is completely different. But there's a couple like it's very subtle. Like it's nothing that you would get until like you've seen probably the end of like Korra. But like there's a couple like little things where I'm just like, oh yeah, like at this point there's like this or that, or oh they thought about it this way. I wonder, but it's just very small things, and what is really cool is how consistent everything is, and how I get like knowing where it's going, rewatching after all these years. I haven't rewatched it in a long time. Like just seeing kind of with a new lens, like how they're building towards everything. It's very cool. I wish I could talk about it, but I obviously don't want to. Maybe maybe a rewatch would be in order if these get really popular. Like at the very end, we could do it on Patreon or something, give more discussions or something. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot going on here that I really like from a writing perspective, knowing kind of where things head. But yeah, great banger episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll get right into the next one, and we hope you check out Patreon to see that right now. And if not, please leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.